Winter. Ideas congregating inside the mind amidst the cold. A bottle of CEG and a heat machine on the desk next to my bed were the necessities to aid navigation of the cold.
I wrote this on a high, feeling everything is gonna be fine, feeling everything is be. Hold on, what's up? I think I got it now. I wrote this on a high, feeling everything gonna be alright, feeling everything is gonna be fine. My newest video received a like. That's all it takes these days. A step closer to it, make it feel head inside it. Yeah.
When the spring came, the mind-melted portions of its trepidation picked up in the cold. My ideas were free and unfrozen. Then we saw Paris.
First class jealousy, scoliosis cramping, wishing I could be them rich motherfuckers sleeping in the front without physical damage. The damn seas thankful for this trip, but still internally a part of me just weeps. The paradise of Perry only lasts a week, and after that, recounting the once in a lifetime trip where everything wasn't so sweet got me wondering, was I embellishing on accident cause my quotidian's a beast? I mean that part. Oh, my pockets got my stomach filled with knots from ducking payments. Fuck a break, I work the art cause this my only working language. But niggas ain't gon' see it till it breaks payments. On top of that, the world showing appreciation. Starting on the ground level, everyone's a hater. I don't even mind it cause I know it's human nature. It take a crowd of niggas from across the globe to gather round. For the ones around you start giving niggas they praise. The disconnect from the commentators and the innovators. You try explaining your brain, that's one way to become jaded. The creators modify, ready for commodification. What started as a form of expression.
Nostalgia. When I graduated college, I found myself getting high off the past, and that high became a place of respite. Nostalgia easily becomes addicting when entering new territory.
The combination of the good memories you've experienced, along with the fact that the past is etched in stone, makes it easier to love more than the present moment. It feels good, like just like where I'm at. Sometimes it can be hard, like kind of having like so much like excitement and optimism and trying to like get everybody around you to understand. Because you know, music is one of those things where I always say like you can talk as much as you want, you can tell people like everything, but you have to literally just show people, you know, because I feel like everybody has like music is always like, oh, okay, like everybody, you know, you may not, it's a lot of like uncertainty and a lot of like, you know, the biggest thing I want people to take away from this album, I really love when people talk about how it takes delusion to be great in life as an artist or whatever. It just really takes delusion. You know, a lot of times throughout, you know, the process of making this album, it's like it always feels like I look crazy. You know, a lot of times, you know, doing music, you kind of really look like a person that's like just screaming at the wind, you know, and people looking at you like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, they look at the music and just, you know, everything is like intangible. But I think what I wanted people to really take away from this album is to understand it's not delusion that you have. It's not delusion. It may be viewed that way from other people, but it's simply, you know, it really is a different language. And, you know, when you have a job that you really don't like for me, going back to the, you know, I just started this warehouse job. And like I said, for me, I'm looking at it like, you know, I'm going to be out of here in a few months, but then there's also times in my mind where I'm like, man, I can be out of here tomorrow, you know. I can be out of here in a couple of days, a couple of weeks, and it's all because of the art to me. You know, I feel like my art, you know, when I release this album, when I release, you know, the films, the music videos, everything, I look at it like, man, that's gonna get me out. You know, that's gonna help me escape. And it's like, you know, I'll say that, and it's like, I can't say that to anybody else, you know, because that kind of gets looked at as like, bro, you sound crazy, bro. You sound delusional. Like, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? You know, there's a lot of people I know in my life probably are looking at it like, what am I doing? Like, how are you planning to merge the talent of filmmaking with music, with graphic designing, with this, with that? Like, what are you doing? You know, you gotta be comfortable going alone. And for the people that do understand it, you know, appreciate those people, let them in on the ride, and you know, just, you know, you gotta rock out, you know, that's how it is.
We need your heart, and your heart. We need to the point.